welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. We've come down here in the evening this week. It's been a week of warm still, 21-ish degrees, 22 some days, but it's been sort of raining. We've had some heavy rains and a few days of really heavy rain and drizzly days, so we haven't been down here to water, but there's lots and lots going on. The plants are loving the weather. So yeah, we've come down, we've got a couple of jobs to do again. Similar things. Today we're going to pull out the broad beans. There's not really any more beans on them now, so I'm going to pull those plants out. And I've got 2 more bags of the potatoes. So I've got Charlotte second earlies that you plant in summer, and they're the ones that are ready for Christmas. So I've already planted 1 bed of those right at the back where the originally there was garlic in there, and then we tried butternut squash, but the plants failed. So yeah, so I've replanted that up with the potatoes. So we'll have that bed there at the back, and then the 2 broad bean beds. And then I've got 1 more bag I'm going to find somewhere to put. I might reuse the bed over there, the kale one next to the courgettes. Just having a little look around, the courgettes are doing really well. Lots of those to harvest. Peas, Monge 2 peas are doing well. Yeah, so let me show you around. The pumpkins are slowly taking over, getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, so these 2 beds are getting massive now, and our big pumpkins getting huge. And we found a few more as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with those. These are our 2 3 sister beds. I had to look up what the pumpkins were, and the ones that are getting really big, they obviously say sort of September, October to harvest, so I think I'm going to leave it. It looks good, so I'm going to leave it growing. But there's some lovely pumpkins forming. Really happy with how they're doing. I'm not sure if there's any more buried in all this lot, but we've got our really big one over here. Nice to leave it, as long as it's looking healthy, leave it to see how big it will get. Obviously we've got our corn. Our beans now are starting to get, just notice this one getting right up to the top of this sweet corn. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some nice beans on them. They're doing really well. Another one over here that's climbing up well. So that's working out. That's looking good. And the sweet corn look happy growing with them, growing up them. Yeah, so I'll follow the vines of pumpkins. So these 2 are the 2 beds in amongst these vines of the broad beans. So I'm going to pull them up in a minute, chuck them on the compost, and then we'll plant those potatoes out. And then these 2 beds are quite low in the soil, so I'll plant the potatoes down as far as I can in that soil, and then another week I'll bring down the some more compost and top them up, and keep topping them up. Over the back here we've got courgette plant. One at the back is just dead. I'll pull that out now, I think. This other one's doing okay. It's gradually getting bigger. There's a few fruit on that. I might pick a couple of those. The sweet potato got nice green leaves on it, so I'm assuming it's doing okay. I don't think I've ever even seen one of them grow, so I'm not sure how that should look. The bed next to that has got the first lot of potatoes I put in. None of those have come up yet. They've been in almost a week, but they'll be doing okay. This bed's empty at the moment, so I might put the potatoes in here. Not sure yet. Not sure. I'll have a think about it. And then here's our courgette bed that's doing really well. The one at home, we're getting easily 1 or 2 off it a day. Our fridge constantly has about 10 in. We've eating them in every dinner, every day now. We've made chutney with a load, and I've also frozen a few bags of it, and I think I'll do some more as we get through the season. I was having a look back at when we were growing it last year. I've got pictures on Instagram that were still way into September. So yeah, so hopefully we've got lots more coming. And I've just noticed this very cheeky slug. So he can take a walk. Have a quick look around, make sure there's none others. But we've got a few to harvest today. There's this massive green one with another cheeky slug. It's been very wet, hasn't it? So I guess they're all coming out. Don't normally suffer with them. Yeah, but there's a few nice courgettes to harvest, so we'll get those off. And coming this way, we've got our 2 main crop potato beds. So I've just cut them all off last week. I've just dumped a little bit of my grass clippings on top of that one just to cover them up, and I'll put some on here when I got some. Hopefully, I'll keep checking them, but hopefully they'll be all right in the ground for a while. These beds, so in these 2, we planted spring onions, which have all started to come up. So I can see a load there in the middle. So they've done really well, actually. They've been in just under 2 weeks, and they're already sort of 3 or 4 centimetres high. Yeah, and then these ones up this end, not quite so much, but there's still plenty coming up. So we'll get them. And then in this one we had leeks, and again I can see not quite as tall, but there's a few coming up. So yeah, so hopefully we'll get some leeks. I see lots of them all over the place. Yeah, and then the last beds, we've got our Monge 2 peas that are all bushing up. They're doing really well. I'm really pleased with them. Not sure if there's anything much on them yet, any pods. But yeah, they're looking good. I did buy a load of canes from B&Q the other day, so I might bring them down and build a couple of little teepees around them. And then this last bed, at the moment it's got those peas in, but they can all just come out now. They didn't do anything. But at home I've potted up some chard. It was growing in little modules, and I've potted it up to pots, or 9 centimetre pots. So I'm going to get those in, and another week or 2 I'll get them planted out in here. We can have some nice chard over winter. So yeah, so I'll get on my jobs, I'll clear those broad beans and I'll show you that and get those potatoes in. We've harvested our courgettes for today. Definitely doing way better at home this year. I'm not sure why that is. The bed that had most of these in had lots of manure in, so I thought they'd do quite well. But even so, we've got a few good ones off there. This one's obviously got quite big. Still good usable size though. I've pulled these ones off. Yeah, so there's a few things. Now on to the broad beans. I've planted 9 potatoes in each of these beds. As I said, they're quite shallow at the moment, so I'm not sure if you can see that, but I've just sort of ridged it up a little bit at the moment. And next time I come down, I'll bring some compost down and top these beds up, give them a bit more room to grow. The light's starting to drop now, really starting to notice it this time of year, which is a little sad because it means the summer season's drawing to an end. But at least we've got our autumn crops all in, and we're looking forward to them growing. We've got our 3 beds of potatoes in now, so I just need to decide what I'm going to do with the last bag, whether I put it in this bed next to them. ideally for the symmetry in, person in me would really like it in this one, the courgettes in. But that's going to be here for quite a while yet. So I think I'll have to put it over there and have a little zigzag shape of potatoes. But I guess we can live with that for a few months. Yeah, so everything's doing really well. I haven't been down here probably five days or so. So really pleased to see everything's really happy still. And the pumpkins are going absolutely mad. I think they're going to take over the whole plot at this rate, which is fine by me, but makes it interesting for walking around. Yeah, I hope everyone else is having lots of good harvests. We're certainly getting lots out at the moment and planning for the autumn now, really. Hopefully we'll get some nice leeks and spring onions and pumpkins and potatoes. Looking forward to the beans and sweet corn. We can come down here and maybe cook some meals again like we did last year. And those peas as well. Be interesting to see how they do. Yeah, I hope you're all keeping well, healthy, and your plots are doing well. Yeah, so we're just going to have a final little wander around, tidy up, and head back home.